Okay. Today we're doing something kind of stupid, but fun. So today I have 3 Tyranid factions from 3 different editions, all using the 3rd edition rulebook. I was going to do 4, but first things first, I do not have the rulebook for 9th edition, because I was going to do all the odds. And trying to find 9th edition rules for Tyranids online for free? Not going to happen. Although the idea of converting those rules to 3rd edition, I'm kind of lazy. I'm going to do this. Let's get started. And in this corner at 433 points, we have our 3rd edition contestants. First things first, we got a very cranky Hive Tyrant. He has a Venom Cannon, Lash Whips, and Warp Blast. Trust me, he's going to need it. He's in charge of 20 very upset Termagants, and is also being followed by a very long... And rounding out, that's going to have a Carnifex with the Barber Strangler, Extended Carapace, and Sun of Talons. And in this corner at 410 points, we've got a Tyranid Prime with just Bone Swords, 20 Hormagaunts, and a Trygon, because I never get to use them enough, which is a damn shame. And rounding out 7th edition is at 420 points, is a Death Leaper, 3 Lictors, and 10 Genestealers. Because, yeah. Note, everything I said is what I've got. We will not be using special rules that came in later editions, since we'll be playing 3rd edition. So, let's see who goes first. Alright, let's see who goes first. This will be red, this will be blue, this will be black. Red first. 6. Blue. 2. Black. 6. Okay, gotta roll those again. Alright. Wait, they also rolled a 2. You know what, was it going to do counterclockwise? I was kind of tempted to do it, instead of just, turn by turn, I do it, basically, phase by phase, where each one gets to do one phase through, the game, and then we just go off of that, but that would take way too long. So, these guys are going to start their movement. Alright, movement's done. Oh lord. So this army doesn't have any psychic, so we're just going to go to shooting. He does have a shooting ability, actually. So he's got the Biologic Pulse, 12-inch, Strength 5, AP 5, Assault 6. So, now you just gotta fire them at Ballistic Skill 3. Oh, 6 shots from the Trygon into the Genestealers, hitting on 4s. Ew. Okay, not bad. It's Strength 5 against Strength 4, so 3s to wound. 1 wound. It is AP 5, so they don't get their save. So 1 Genestealer is actually just destroyed outright. And before we continue, because I'm starting to get sleepy, even though it's late, guys. You don't want to know what time it is. So that being said, there we go. I got me a monta. Alright. Time for charge trace. The Hormagaunts are going to charge into the Hive Tyrant, and the Trygon is going to charge into the Genestealer. I was going to say grapple at it, because Trygons make me think of gold. Anyway, they make a 3-inch charge, or 4-inch in this case. They're in. As for the Trygon, I'm not going to measure it. He's just in combat now. Lovely. Alright, so the Hormagaunts and the Hive Tyrant both have initiative 5, so they're going to go at the same time. Hormagaunts get +1 attacks on the charge, and there's 2 attacks base, so that's 3. And I gotta count how many are actually base contact and those within engagement range. So out of this pack of 20, only 5 of them are actually in range to actually attack, so 5 times 3. I take it back, it's not 15, it's 10, because he has Lash Whips, and Lash Whips have the ability to basically say, it's like a parry, where it gets -1 attacks, so it's 15, so it's 10 attacks, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so, Hormagaunts need 4s to hit, for some reason, and the Hive Tyrant just needs 3s. Really? Okay. And they're Hormagaunts, so it's 6s to wound. Yeah, I didn't think so. They're there to hold him. Alright, the Trygon's gonna attack the Genestealers. He has 6 attacks, plus 1 on the charge, so 7. And weapon skill 5 against 6s, so 4s to hit. Alright, strength 6 against toughness 4, so 2s to wound. 3. And 5 save. 1 dies. The Genestealers are gonna pile in nicely and get in there. Alright, they have a higher weapon skill than the Trygon for some reason, so they're hitting on 3s. Yikes. But they're only strength 4 against toughness 6, so it's going to be 6s to wound. Ooh. Okay, 2 wounds is nice. 3 up save. Wow, okay. And the Trygon is down to 5 wounds. Alright, and so ends 5th edition's turn 1. Time for thirds. Alright, first things first, 3rd edition is going to move up. So, 3rd edition being the shooting army, for some reason decides it wants to walk up and start shooting instead of staying behind and just getting, necessary. Alright, so the Hormagaunts are going to shoot into the Tyranid Prime, and the Carnifex is going to fire into the Lictors. We'll do the Hormagaunts first. Termagants. Alright, the Termagants are going to fire 20 shots into the Hive Tyranid Prime, hitting on 4s. Oh, that's not bad. Alright, strength 4 against toughness 5, so 4s, I want to say? No, 5s. 5s to it. Wait. Strength 4, yeah, 5s to it. And the Tyranid Prime gets 3 up save. Taking 2 wounds. Okay. Alright, down to 1 wound. The Carnifex will fire his Barbed Strangler into that mess of rending talons and, I don't know, praying mantis arms. It might not be the greatest idea to use the Barbed Strangler, considering the fact it uses this template. Let's see how far we go, though. Alright, how far does the template go? It goes 5 inches off the board. Great. So he's getting nothing done, just blowing up the ground around him. Alright, the Termagants are going to charge into the Tyranid Prime, and the Carnifex is going to charge into that. Yeah, this went from a shooting game to just a cluster of just Tyranid just mess. We're going to start with this because I actually want to see if a bunch of Termagants can actually bring down the Prime. Alright, the Prime has higher initiative. Obviously, it's an independent character and, an HQ choice. So it's going to go first with 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Alright. 2's to wound. Okay. 6 up save. 2. The Termagants, there are 9 in base contact. Plus 1 for the charge, so it's going to be 18 attacks hitting on 3 against 6s. 4s. Alright. And then strength 3 against toughness 5, 6s to wound. Alright, we got 3 wounds. Alright, 3 wounds on 3 save. And he fails 1. First kill goes to the Termagants. And they're just gonna consolidate like 3 inches in some random direction. Alright, meanwhile, that mess is going to happen now. Alright, the Lictors have the higher initiative in this bout at initiative, I think, 6 against 3, or 2. So, Lictors need 6 against weapon skill, what? 4? Oh, lordy. 3's to hit. Alright. Strength 6 against 7-6, so 4's to wound. Reroll that. Alright. But the Carnifex does have extended carapace, so he gets a 2-up save. Alright, he's fine. He's going to attack back 4 against 6s on 4s. And then strength 10 against toughness 4, so 2's to wound. And it's instant death, so it knows all other wounds, and that model is turned out right. Alrighty. So far, this is an absolute mess. Alright, so right back into it then. So, the only thing that actually moves on its first turn is the Death Leaper. And it's just going to move immediately into combat with the Carnifex. Because I want to see if one can actually bring down Carnifex. So after a short move and an even shorter charge, we're going to see this mess. Alright, the Lictor has the highest initiative I've ever seen in... Well, no, not highest initiative. Actually, yeah, initiative 7 with weapon skill 9. Hitting on 3s. Why do you keep doing that? And then it's once again 6, strength 6 against 6, so 4s. 2 up save. The Lictors will not attack back. They basically have the same profile, but instead of weapon skills 9, they have 6s, but still gonna hit on 3s. And rolling on 4s. And 2 up save. Wow, that was close. Okay, Carnifex is gonna slap back. 4s to hit. Really? Really? 2 is to wound because strength 10. Thank you. And it's still insta-death, thank you, so goodbye, Lictor. During that same combat, we're gonna move back to this mess. The Genestealers are gonna slap back, hitting on 3s. That is cut. That's better. And then strength 4 against 6, so 6 is to wound. Lovely. That's a lot of wounds. The Trygon gets his 3-up save, and takes 8 wounds. Trygon has 6 attacks back, says yours. Really? 2s to wound, which they were here earlier. And let's go. And the Genestealer gets a 5 save. And he's dead. So, after one full battle round, that means each ones have had their own turns. We've got a kill count of 2 Lictors, 3 Genestealers, 2 Termagants, and 1 Tyranid Prime. Next round. Alright, so we can go right back into the combat phase with the Hormagaunts over down here. Dear Lord. And they're all gonna try to get in a little bit closer because they want to do as much damage as possible because he's impossible to put down. Alright, so in this battle they go at the same time. The Hive Tyrant needs 3s and the Termagant and the Hormagaunts need 6s. Oh, not bad. I was wrong, it's not 6s, it's 4s. Because I'm a city boy. But I digress. Because now he needs 3s and they need 6s just to survive this. No, 2s and 3s. 2s and 6s. Okay. So that's 1 dead Hormagaunt and a 3-up save for the Hive Tyrant. Which he's fine. Because of course he is. Then we move back up to this combat. Because this is just how it's going to be. We're just going to move back and forth between each combat, between each phase. And yeah, I can see where this is going. Alright, the Genestealer is going to go first. So, weapon skill 6 against 5. 4s. Wow. And 6s. That doesn't sound right in my head for some reason. And the Trygon gets his 3-up save. And he's fine. He's so fine, he's going to attack back! It was 4, I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, strength 6 against toughness 5, so 2s. Why do I keep rolling 1s? Whatever. That's still 3 5-up saves. And 2 die. I think the worst part about this game is that they all have Fearless and they don't really run. So, oh, wait a minute. No, they're still in combat with something, so it doesn't work. But time for these Termagants to turn the tides of war. The Termagants have decided to form a rear guard, and they're going to come in and just try to get rid of as much of these Hormagaunts as possible. I know it's not possible, but they will try. They are brave. Which makes things even harder for me, because the only way to tell the difference now is because the tail shape is different, but all the same bloody colors. What have I done? Right, so the Termagants will go last, but the Hormagaunts and the Hive Tyrant will go first. Hive Tyrant needs 3s. Hormagaunts need 4s. Ugh. The Hive Tyrant needs 2s, and the Hormagaunts need 6s to wound. Really? You're rolling 1s again, Hive Tyrant. Okay, since instant death, I just pulled a Hormagaunt out of there and he's gone. Now the Termagants can go next. They get +1 from the charge. So, 14 of them are in combat. And they get +1 on the charge. 1 attack base, so it's going to be 20 attacks hitting on something. Alright, 3 against 3. 4 is to wound. To hit. It's a lot of stuff. And then strength 3 against toughness 3, so what are you doing? 4 is to wound. Lovely. That is a 6 up save. And 4 die. Also, I'm pretty sure a lot of people just laughed at me right now. The Hive Tyrant's arm just fell off. Yeah, I know. I didn't paint it. Alright, with that combat done, we're going to move up to this last combat. The Carnifex into the Lictors into the Death Leaper, but they go first, so owie. Alright, the Death Leaper first, hitting on 3s. Wounding on, what, 5s? 2 up save. We're good. Alright, the Lictor's going to try to slap back on 4s. Only getting 1. And then wounding on 4s. Lovely. 2 up save. He's fine. Carnifex is going to smack back. Yes. And then 2s. Alright. You're gone. And that's going to do it for today's game. Because A, it is late. B, we know who's won. And C, this is just a test game because I wanted to see if I could do this. Because I wanted to. Three Tyranid Hive fleets coming together to fight each other. I just thought it was cool. Anyway, as for the additions, this is a silly idea. As usual, commentary, sub, brek. If you're annoyed with anything I did, please do note I'm using 3rd edition rules and no special rules for the army factions unless they are enhancements or biomorphs that I bought with points. Because each one's have a points value of some kind. On that note, I gotta put his arm back on, and I gotta put this all away. Have a good one.